Hey guys, I'm in my room right now. I'm in my bed and I'm going to read for a while. I'm gonna read a little bit from this book, which I need to read for my literature class, and I have been dreading it and dragging it out for too long. It needs to be done by like the end of February. I just want to get it over with. Like, it's so hard because it's so boring and there's other books I'd rather be reading. But I've been reading it slowly but surely and annotating it, so that way I don't forget the plot and what's going on. I feel like annotating books really helps me remember what I'm reading. So I've just been doing that in the book. I've been annotating it a lot, like every other page or every page. Trying to show you guys a page. Yeah, I've been annotating it quite a lot. Just writing on the margins and underlining important things like that. But I'm taking a break just because I just want to read for fun. So I'm reading a different book that I bought last year in like October, November. It's this one. I showed it in my recent video of the books I want to read this year. It's not my favorite genre at all. I'm pretty sure it's like, it's romance. It says romance on the back of the book, but I feel like it's a little bit of dark romance. I'm not sure. I'm not really into romance books at all, but I just grabbed it. I didn't look at it. I didn't like read any of the pages. Grave mistake, clearly. But I really don't like romance books. But I already bought it. I read it a little bit when I first bought it, but I haven't read much of it. So I'm just trying to read it. I'm not that far into it, but I really want to get it over with so that I can read books that I actually want to read. Just because, I don't want to feel like I wasted my money. So I'm still going to read the book. Because I want to know the plot anyways. And it's like a simple, easy read. So I've gotten pretty far. Just within a few days. I haven't read much, but I did get pretty far within like the one day that I did read it. So I'm gonna just continue reading it, and I'll let you know how far I get by tonight. It's Sunday, so I have a lot of time to read. So I'm just gonna read for most of the night until I decide I'm gonna call it quits. Hey guys, for this part of the video, I wanted to show you guys some of my recent drawings that I've done, that I did in the month of January. I have a few different, like notebook, journals, sketchbooks that I've used to draw, in this past month, just because I just draw wherever it feels the most natural in. I feel like forcing myself to draw in a sketchbook really hinders my creativity. Oftentimes I draw in my own personal journal, or I draw in my sketchbook, or if I'm at home, or I'll draw in like a planner. It really doesn't matter. So I just wanted to show you guys all my recent drawings, and in all the places that I've been doing them in. I should get my journal as well. So here I have the pile of the different things that I've used to draw in. Again, just wherever it feels the most natural at the moment. Sometimes I'll even draw if I'm like taking notes for school, and then I just randomly want to do a drawing. Really doesn't matter. I feel like
where you draw isn't important, but just letting the creativity out. The first one we'll start with is my own personal journal. This is what it looks like. I carry it with me almost all the time, not always, because I'm like super paranoid of losing my stuff. So I try not to carry as many important things of mine that I own as possible, just so that I'm more at peace if I lose things, if I'm, you know, out on a day and I just don't want to lose my things. So, but I do carry it with me most of the time. But this is what it looks like. It just has some of these like cutouts that I just put on with some tape. I might take some of them off just because I don't really like the way that they look anymore. I don't know, but this is what it looks like. So let's just start in here with the drawings. This is the first one. It's with some journaling that I did. I just kind of felt inspired right in the moment, and so I just drew what I felt right then and there. I really like the way that it looks. It reminds me of Winx, the Winx world. I used to watch Winx a lot when I was younger. And I don't know, it just reminds me, like, all of these like swirls and things like that really remind me of the Winx and the butterfly as well, because, you know, they have wings. But yeah, I just really like the way that this looks. It's really cute, and it just, you know, it's all throughout the page. The next one is one that's a bit more recent. It's just random little sketches that have to do with what I was writing about in my personal journal. Here you can see this one. I really like this one. I don't know, it reminds me of Arcane, the Netflix series, and I really like Arcane. So I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of the Hex Core a little bit, so that's why it's there. I don't know, I really like this one. It's just very random. On the other page, it's just some little doodles, nothing like huge, just a portal, a butterfly cocoon, and then the actual butterfly. Like, it goes through the portal and it becomes the butterfly, essentially. It just has to do with what I was writing. And yeah, that's everything that's in my personal journal. I do some other like scrapbooking things in my journal besides drawing. So I feel like you can be creative in many ways, not just drawing. So I don't just draw. I do scrapbooking and junk journaling depending on what I have. But yeah, that's everything that's in my personal journal. I try to just mainly keep it for writing though, because I draw in everything else. The next thing is just this little, I guess a journal as well. It came in a set of 3. I got this from Barnes and Nobles. I just wanted like small notebooks that I can write in for school, just because I don't really take up all the spaces in like actual like 8x11 size notebooks. But I find it really hard to actually like take notes in small paper for a long time. So I just kind of started using it as like a secondary journal. But more so still school related. I still will write notes. Like if I really need to write notes in the moment, I'll do that. But like they have like blank pages as well as lined. So on the blank pages I will draw, and then on the lined pages I will write, just to kind of motivate myself. That's why I picked it up, because I can do either lined or dotted or blank. This is what they all look like, all 3 of them. They have books on the covers. I'm pretty sure it's classical books, or just no, it's books about women. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's books about women. I think it's for Women's History Month. I could be wrong, but I know it's about women. Yeah, it's like a bunch of women on the covers. I don't know if you can really tell, but yeah, they're really cute. I really like these. The one that I have been writing in is, these look so similar. These 2 look so similar, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. Okay, no, it's the first one. So I'll show you guys some of the drawings. So the first one was this. This is the little doodle I did. Because I love music. Everything that has to do with music, I love it. And I just, like, kind of wanted to do a treble clef. I know that's not, like, the orientation of the little tail. But I don't know. I just wanted to do something cute. Because I have a necklace of a treble clef. And I've had it since I was, like, 10 years old. So, like, for, like, almost a decade. And it's just my Lucky Charm necklace. I love it so much. I still have it. I don't wear it as often because I'm afraid to lose it. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to do something inspired by that. The next is a series of flowers. So brace yourselves. This is the first one. I use my, my Faber-Castell, colored pencils. And I just use like a light pink and then like a little darker pink to like do like where the line work is, pen work is, because I sketched this in pen, not in pencil. I actually prefer sketching in pen over pencil just because I feel like it helps me be more decisive about where I'm placing the line. And I don't hesitate because with pencil you can erase it, so it's okay if you make a mistake, but with pen it allows me to just go with the flow, and even if I make a mistake I just keep going, and it is what it is. Like down here, this doesn't really look right, but you know, I just went with the flow. It doesn't really matter. It still looks good. So yeah, this was inspired by a Pinterest picture of like some flowers, some like fake flowers, I think, on like some branches or something. But I just took inspiration and I just saw it on my computer and I just doodled it, and I added some of my own little things like the stars, and I forgot what this note is, but it's there. And then some swirls, some more stars, and some little dotted circles. I really like the dotted circles, so I added it to some other sketches. Like you see, like I said, did notes in this as well, but it's just inconvenient for like taking a lot of notes. So I just did a few notes here and there, and then I doodled. This is the next one. This is also in pen. This was like a duplicate, a copy of the one that is right back here. Like this is the one on top, and this is the other one. They look similar, but one is less in detail with pen and one is more in detail with color pencil. Because I really like the way this one looked, but I didn't want to mess it up with color pencil because I'm honestly so terrified of color pencil. I am not the best with color theory and color pencil, so I prefer black and white. So I really liked this one and I didn't want to ruin it, so I was like, okay, well, it's pen and the paper is super thin, so you can see through it. So I just like sketched over it with pen and just did like general outlines, and then I colored it in to see how I would like it if it was colored. And I like it. I just don't like the little, I don't know, the little stems here. So I wish I could erase it, but I can't. But see, that's exactly why I decided to do one on top of the other one, so I wouldn't ruin the one that I actually really like. But yeah, I think that's it. Oh, there's one more. There's one more in here. It's this right here. It's like a bunch of little doodles that I could potentially turn into stickers. Obviously it was just like a first draft, so it's nothing finalized, and it's still just like in black and white, just like pencil. And actually this is not pencil, this is color pencil. I sketched these in color pencil. The only one I would say that's probably done in pencil is this little guy, this little alien creature. I don't know if you can see it. This little guy, and the star, the little star, and I'm pretty sure this one as well was done in pencil or pen. I don't know. I can't really remember, but I know for sure she was done with color pencil. There's no doubt about it. I did go over it with regular pencil graphite. just to add some darker areas, but overall she is done with color pencil. But yeah, I just really liked it. I added some more of the other elements on my other sketches and doodles, so I really like it. It was just like a cute, silly little sketch out of my comfort zone, because I'm not that much into like, you know, like fantasy or, you know, little things like this, like imaginative creatures. I'm more into like realism. So, but yeah, I just wanted to try something different. The next one is this one. This one is my watercolor sketchbook pad, my watercolor pad. I don't know, call it what you will. It's small to start out, nothing super intimidating. Doesn't have that many pages because it's a watercolor pad, but I used it for everything but watercolor, except for like the first page. I just wanted to test out the watercolors that I bought. They're cheap watercolors, but it's my first time and I don't think I should spend too much money on watercolors if I'm not gonna do it consistently. So I just kind of wanted to do something, you know, silly out of my imagination. So that's what I did. The next pages are more pen work and color pencil. The first one is this one right here. We're going to start with this one. It's like a mini little world. I really like it. I also did that little creature again. It's like a little companion friend, I guess you can call it. I edited the features of my personal character. I like this feature. I like the way that these features look more. It just looks more spaced out and more proportional than the other one that I did in my other journal. But yeah, I just did a little bit of coloring. I'm still kind of afraid of coloring, but I did dip my toes into the water a little bit. I really like stars and the swirls, so obviously added that. I gave her like ballerina types of like shoes inspired by Barbie, so really like that. And I did a little castle here and the moon, you can see right here. I did color her face a little bit. I didn't do much. I just gave her a little bit of blush. Yeah. And I did some little design work on the outer frame of the sketch. And lastly, I did this, which is something I just came up with right in the moment. And it now has become my own like personal like logo on my art page on my Instagram. I have two different Instagrams, my personal and my art one. So I did this in pen, as you can see over here, and I made it my little picture icon for my Instagram. So that leads me to these ones, which are the pen work ones. There's that one right here. I did this one. It's supposed to represent a caterpillar. This is like a series of like flash tattoos that are done in pen, completely in pen, just like at the top of my head. So I really like this one. It's supposed to be a caterpillar. I just really like the way that one turned out. The next one is this one. It's a snail. This was the first rendition I did of it, but I didn't really like it, so I did it again, and that's what it looks like right there. It's a little snail. It's super cute, just like dotted work, you know. I just really like that. And then the next page is another rendition of my original character, which I liked even more. It's this right here. I've shown it in a previous video. Also, like, would be like sticker sheet, but also could be for prints. Still deciding. But there's another wand here. As you know, I did wand in the other drawing here, and I really liked it to make like a personalized wand that has to do with the theme. So this one is like a little starfish. It's so cute. This is what she looks like, obviously in pencil. I didn't add color to it because I didn't want to mess it up, so I just left her in pencil. But yeah, I really like the way she turned out, and the theme was obviously the ocean, but also like polka dots. I didn't add any polka dots to the star, but I added it to every other little creature and including her. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I really like the axolotl. My favorite one is obviously the jellyfish. I love jellyfish. And I really like the way that she turned out. I like the way that her hair kind of looks like it's like white and it's glowing. So I just kept it like that. I just think it's really nice. Yeah, and I gave her like polka dots on her dress and on her shoes. They're like socks ish. I don't know. I didn't really feel like doing actual shoes, so I just did that. But they all have like another detail that like matches each other. So yeah, I just like it. That was that. I'm really proud of that one. I tried dating these so that I would remember when I did them. Like this was on the 22nd of this year, of January. This one was on the 21st of this year. This one was on the 20th. This one was on the 22nd, which I'm going to show you next. And then the last one was on the 22nd as well. I just kind of did all of these right when I felt the inspiration. So yeah, that leads me to the next one, which is more little flash tattoos. Don't mind these. I first did this one after doing this one, and I got the proportion wrong. Like I was looking at my laptop at what it was supposed to look like, and I went too far in here. I didn't keep going out. So it dips in and it just looks really weird. So then I did like this other shell to try to cover it up, but it did not work because it's pen. But you know, it's all right. It doesn't matter. I did another jellyfish because I love jellyfish, like I said. I think jellyfish are just so magical. Also gave it some polka dots, but for this one I did like these like blotches for polka dots. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like it's not completely round like these ones. They're more like this. So I don't know, it was something different, and I added it to this shell as well. It just has like small little details like that I really like. Obviously I will redo this one and make it the actual proper size, but I really like the way that they turned out. And one of my favorites is the crab. It's just so cute. I love the way that I did the body to be a swirl. It reminds me of Moana, honestly. And it's so cute. I did a little bit of like shading with the pen just to give it some like dimension. And I really like the way it turned out. On the last page is these two. I didn't want to crowd it too much, so I just limited it to two. The first one I did was the seahorse. I love seahorses as well. For my digital design class, last semester, like the previous spring semester, we had to make like our own little character and make like a poster for it. And I drew a seahorse. I might have it somewhere. I have it on a flash drive, but I have to put it in my computer. But it's just like a seahorse. And it's called Butter Horse or something, because it was like a yellow seahorse that I made. It's really adorable. But I've always loved seahorses. It's just so cute. Like I love it. I love the little details as well that I added to it. Like it's just really cute. And then this is a stingray, I believe. I believe it's supposed to be a stingray. I could be wrong. But I also gave it those like blotchy little polka dots. And yeah, you know, I just kind of like gave them like general shapes based on line work. Nothing like super detailed. Yeah, I just really like the way that these turned out. That's all that I have in here so far. I definitely want to make some more like other animal themes because I love animals. But yeah, that's all that's in that one. The next one is in this other journal notebook thing that I've had for like 4 or 5 years now, and I have not used it completely up, but I have like used it up a bit. But you know, I just use things all the time. I don't throw them away. I just keep using them until I finish using them up, even if they're like with completely different things in them. Like, I don't really care. The next one is one that I did like a draw with me ASMR video on, and I really like the way that it turned out. It was a lot of like just my imagination. I did use like obviously like some references from Pinterest, but like the entire thing is from my imagination. And this is what it looks like. It's a bigger one. It's like bigger than my hand. It's a bullet journal. It has the dots. And this is what it looks like from the back, from afar. It's like a face, obviously. Some like, I don't know, some like stars, but they're not really stars. This one's actually, it looks like more like a star. Some bubbles, some pearls, some swirls, and this is a last like added addition. It's Saturn, which is my favorite planet, at least from like, you know, our solar system, but I really like that. And a sword, which is like a really cool sword. It has like the moon. It looks like it has the moon, so that's why I went with like a space theme for this one. The inspiration for the face is of Castlevania, because I love Castlevania. And I just really like these faces with like the nose, the super like long pointy noses, the dramatic eyes, and like the dramatic like pursed lips. I just really like that. So I just thought it would be nice to add. I didn't give it like an actual like head. It's just like a floating face, and that's okay. It's in space anyways, so it literally does not matter. But yeah, I really like this one, and I like the way that I shaded it in. I don't know, it's just really nice. I did use I used some of my Faber-Castell drawing pencils, but I mainly used a mechanical pencil to do most of like the outlines on this. So yeah, you guys can watch that video if you want to. That's the only drawing that I have in here, just because I tend to like shy away from big pieces of paper. It just intimidates me to have to fill up the whole page. I prefer smaller notebooks. But yeah. The last one is this big mixed media pad that I've had for a few years. And I just use it to mostly do bigger pieces and tattoo pieces. I've never tattooed before, and I've never sold any of my artwork. I honestly have no idea how to do that, so if any of you guys have any clue, please let me know. I'll be more than gladly to know. The first thing is this right here. This little cross. I really like this one. I really like also dotted shading. Like using dots for shading. So that's what I did here. It's very, very fine. You can't really see it unless you go super close up. But this is what it looks like. I did use a mechanical pencil for this. Like, those are the only ones I can find that are like thin enough to get these really small dots. But I really like the way that it looks, and I think it's a great size for a tattoo. So yeah. Another one that I made is this right here. It's a key. It's like a key with like an eyeball, some sort of thing in the middle. It also has dotted shading in it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. And it has stars on it as well. It's very cute. I really like that one. Also a good size for a tattoo. Moving down is this moth. I didn't do any shading to it, as in like dotted shading to it, but I did do like a little bit of like detailing to it, and like I did shade in the body of the moth. I really like the way it turned out. This we're not going to show. It's just a silly little thing. Just a silly little bunny that didn't turn out right. But yeah, I really like the way that the moth turned out. I did give it some swirls as well. I don't know if you can see that. I gave it some swirls. Yeah, that's all it's on that page. There's only one more thing left, and it's on the next page, which I did recently, like maybe 2-3 days ago. And it is, I think this is a beetle. We're gonna assume it's a beetle. I really like the way that this one turned out. It's also a good size for tattoos. That's why I prefer to do more bigger pieces in here, because I can scale them more accurately. I did shade it in because I love shading in animals realistically. I really like the way that this one turned out. It's just really cute, simple, you know, but it gets the point across. It's just a really cute beetle. But yeah, that's everything that I drew in the month of January. Today is the 3rd of January. The 3rd of February. So I'm gonna definitely keep drawing more and dipping my toes more into personal style, both in pen work and in like my own little creatures and things like that. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Let me know which one was your favorite and what you think I can improve in. Hello, I am on my bed and I have 2 books here from the same author that I'm reading, Emily McIntyre. These are the 2 books, Hooked and Crossed. They're part of a series, but like they don't have like the same plots. I'm pretty sure they don't. Yeah, they all have different plots, but this is like part of the series. These are like all the books in the series. I'm pretty sure there's like 5 in the series. I'm currently reading this one, Hooked, because I got it first, but I'm almost done with it. I was like at page like 40 or 60 yesterday, and I'm like almost halfway done with the book. I think there's like 300 something pages. I'm not entirely sure, like I have to see. Yeah, there's like 300 something pages, and I'm like halfway through. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish this book today, keep the momentum going, finish it, and then get started on the other book, because I really just want to read as many books as possible. Like, I love reading, so I really want to read more books this month, since I didn't really read that many towards the end of last year. But yeah, this is the other book. I like the cover of this one more, just because I love purple. So, and this one's a bigger book. I think this one has 500 pages or something. Let me see. I'm probably wrong. Okay, it has like 400 pages, but you know, same difference, honestly. It's 400 and the other one's like 300 something. So it's like a little bit more, I guess. It's not that much more. They're not like that far off in size, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading and I'll let you guys know what I think of the books. This one first, because like I said, I'm already almost done with it, and I like barely started this one, so yeah.